So a while back, me and my girlfriend went on a camping trip to the New Forest in England. The drive was fairly long, so we decided to break it up into stops on the way, one of which involved this campsite about halfway along our route. Now, I'd spoken to the guy on the phone before and he seemed friendly enough. We had a laugh and the last words I heard from him were, "See you soon." No foreshadowing there whatsoever. So we're travelling along towards this campsite on the first day of the trip. The sun was shining, nothing could go wrong. My girlfriend was reading out the directions to the site from the sat-nav as we putted along the road. As we're driving along, I realise, however, that we're heading out into the middle of goddamn nowhere. Cars become less and less frequent and all I could see was green all around us. "Turn up here," my girlfriend said. And I swung a right up this narrow as heck pathway. There was only room for one car, meaning I'd have to reverse back about half a mile if a car came from the opposite direction. At the end of the lane we see this shanty barnyard shack and a small cottage with what looked like smoke coming out of the chimney. Oh good, somebody's in, I thought to myself. It was September after all, not the most popular month for camping. So we start driving up and see a poorly made sign,
"Campsite this way."
pointing to a steep and narrow pathway into a field. We leave the lane behind and go up the path to be greeted by the most fucking foreboding looking pheasant I have ever seen. He stared us dead in the eye, a lonesome soul with nobody else around, as if to say,
"Turn back now, or pay the price, dickhead."
I gulped and carried on down the pathway. We'd probably find somebody else at the site, right? We couldn't be the only ones staying here. Well, after driving around the camp for about 10 minutes looking for any signs of life from anything, be it a person or a fucking squirrel, anything but that bloody pheasant, we came up with nothing. There was something eerie about the place. There were a number of caravans around, but nobody home. A crumpled up tent sat in the corner of a wooded field, the pegs still buried in the ground, and I'm pretty sure I saw the chalk outline of a murder scene behind some bushes. At least the sun wasn't going down, right? Well, it was. And with the arrival of autumn, it had started to go down fast. Suddenly the campsite started to get plunged into shadow, and I'm pretty sure me and my girlfriend wet ourselves a little bit. With the sun going down, we tried to ring the campsite owner, but I'm pretty sure he's a fucking murderer, and the camp is just a ploy to lure in unsuspecting visitors in order to slit their throats while they sleep in a budget sleeping bag. But no answer. I tried again. And again. We used my girlfriend's phone. We both only had one bar, but the call kept going to a silent voicemail message. One time I was sure I heard rasping breathing on the other end. After a quick look at each other and a realisation that yes, this is how horror movies start, we decided to get the fuck out of there. Maybe the New Forest butcher was watching us from the bushes, who knows? I just know that I glanced at that smug pheasant one more time before we left and I'm pretty sure it wanted to see us dead.